Hey guys, in this vlog we're going to be making a sunflower cardigan. I linked down the video below that I used that has like the granny square tutorial for the sunflower, also some other videos that I found helpful, so enjoy!
So this is how the first one turned out. I haven't like weaved in the ends yet or like done the square around it, but I think I'm going to do some just plain yellow, possibly plain orange, and then these ones to kind of give it more variety. Okay, so I would use the recommended needle size for the yarn you're using, and the recommended size is 5.5. So I've just kind of crocheted a bunch, obviously like not enough, of just the centers. That way it's kind of like the same task, you don't have to switch yarn. I think that way it'll make it faster, and then I'll go around and do the petals, and then after that I'll do the squares. So yeah, the granny square, I don't know what to do. I might have to change up my plan a bit. I did it. So it's not a perfect rectangle.
Here I tried to find a way if I doubled up the petals to make it like still a granny square, but it was still wrinkly.
To count your stitches, or sorry, petals. So here you can see it's 2. So basically what I did is I skipped like putting something in this petal. So I did every other petal. And since I had 26, there was 13, so in the end I had to do 1 extra on the side. I decided that I didn't really like the ruffly look once you make it into a square, just because it's not very like flat. So I unraveled the top part of the petals and I just redid it. And I'm gonna repeat that for all the other flowers. For some of my first few sunflowers, I did even more than 26 petals. So I've been making like a petal into each and every bead. They were only supposed to be made into the ones that are in between here, but I made it into all of them, which would explain why they're like super like ruffly and stuff. Use these colors to make the granny squares. I finished my first granny square of like the flowers like this, so the ones that don't have like too many petals or whatever, but it looks so good. I'm so happy, yay. So what I've learned is if you have too many petals, so like if you accidentally make petals into the chain, so I think I had like 13 for this one. I did an extra like set of 3 double crochets here, but it's kind of like wonky. It's not like a perfect square. So then for the other ones later on, I realized that you could just do 1 double crochet and like it's not super noticeable. And even if you had 14 petals, you could just make it symmetrical. So for this one I had 14, I think, so I did 1 on each side. And so what I've been doing is doing 2 sets of 3, a single, and then 2 sets of 3. Here I did it on the corner, but I think this makes it more like square, I guess. Okay, so I changed all the ones that were roughly into ones that are like normal now, and then I had leftover yarn from it. So originally I was gonna make it like all mismatch the squares, kind of like a quilt, but then I realized it really does look like a quilt. So instead what I'm gonna try to do is make it in like sections of like related colors. So here, since before I was kind of just doing it random, there's like a blue one there instead of like a pink, so I might make another pink, or I might just leave it. And then the sleeves actually have to be longer. I thought they were 4x2, but I think they're like 3x5 or something like that, so I have to make more of those. And then because I had to make the sleeves longer, I lost some of the ones I was going to use for the back, so then I also have to make more for the back. So I was gonna do it like that, but then after I bought some elastic, I realized that there will be holes at the top where I'm gonna put the elastic through, because it's like a knit fabric or whatever, so you'll see it. So instead I think I'm just gonna make another row of crocheted flowers to make a cardigan still, and then I'll just use the elastic in something else. Okay, so I finished all the pieces. I might actually play around with the back. I moved some stuff. I might make it blue and aqua in the front and then all purple back. I just didn't love the way it looked with 3 purples and 2 blues. I'll show you what that looked like. And then also, I realized I have to make shoulders. So probably do 3 here, 3 there. I don't know if I'm gonna have to end up doing 6, because there's like the front piece is like a 2x4. So I'm gonna have to do like 6 here, 6 there, so that'd be like a total more of like 12. So I just finished the first panel. It looks so cool.
You have to sew them together into the rectangles, and then the rectangles together, and then that all together as a whole. Here I use safety pins for the neck, like just because I wasn't sure if it'd be enough room, but it was. These are the measurements that I used, but they're totally adjustable. Then you're gonna fold it so that you can sew up the seams.
Okay, so what you're gonna do is flip your sweater to make sure that the right sides are together. The way you can tell is if you've weaved in the ends, you can see a little bit of like tufts of yarn, kind of. And then on the back, just to double check that I sewed it together the right way. Kind of hard to see on camera, but you can see little bits of yarn. Over, I think this is the right side. So basically, I've done it this way so that I can sew down the seam that way and that way to make sure that all the seams are lined up.
Just sew these the same way that you sew the granny squares together, and for some of the seams you might want to go over them twice just to make sure that they're strong enough.
Okay guys, this is the final product. It turned out so good. I'm so happy.
Thank you so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please let me know in the comments down below. Also, if you ever make anything from the videos that I post, have a great day. Thank you so much for watching again. See you guys. Bye.